Just to get straight into it, I'm going to talk about the time I tried to apply for a job at Porsche. And I was racially profiled, I was disrespected, and I was embarrassed. All right, so let me just get straight into it. And like I said, these videos that I'm doing now, it's going to be no edits, no none of that. It's going to be straight raw. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe now. So what happened was this, and I advise anybody, especially, black people, to never be discouraged. Keep knocking on doors, because this is definitely a full circle story and a full circle moment. I'm going to get to that in a second. So when I was younger, I was working a lot of odd jobs. I was working basically places, anywhere that would basically hire me. I did fast food before. I did security. I did extermination. The extermination job actually made pretty decent money. And I was fairly young. But at the end of the day, I worked a lot of odd jobs. So while working an odd job, I was working this job for this extermination company. We was doing a street project. We was trying to bring down the numbers of mosquitoes. And if you guys know anything about mosquitoes, they derive from the water that's in the sewers, in New York City especially. So we was doing some sewer project. So as I'm doing my route, I see Porsche, and I always love cars. I love cars. If you guys may know, I do own a luxury car. And I have, I just always had a love for cars. So I seen Porsche, and something in my wild mind said, you know what? Why don't you go in there and ask them for an application? And in my mind, said, you know what? I said, yo, if I can get in, maybe I can get cool with the staff, and maybe they would have perks to whereas I can get a discount on getting a Porsche. I had my imagination and my thoughts and my optimism was always at another level than other people. It's nothing in the world I feel I can't do. So with that being said, I was not making Porsche money, but I had the idea to go in there, work hard, maybe be a salesman, maybe start as a receptionist and work my way up, and then build a rapport with the company to where I get perks, to where in my crazy mind I thought I would get perks to actually own a Porsche. And I didn't even have Toyota money at the time. But anyway, so I goes inside the location, and first person I see is a young, white girl, and she was very nice. I would say that she said, hello, home, how may I help you? And I went and I said, yes, ma'am. I'm coming in here. I'm looking to apply for a job. It could be anything. I'm just looking for a job. So as I'm doing that, I see a white guy in a suit walking down the stairs. And he's looking at me, and he's just laughing. He's laughing. And I'm very, I don't like to assume, but I knew that he was laughing at the fact that I even thought about getting a job there. So at that moment, he just made me feel like, yo, what are you doing here? Like, you don't have a chance. But still, I still took the application. I still filled it out, and I still gave it in. Which brings me to my full circle moment. So years later, I worked my way to actually getting a career, a good job. And it's so crazy. I've been to different dealerships. Like I owned a BMW before, Mercedes, different cars. And I said to myself, I said, you know what would be a full circle moment? Is that if one day I just buy a Porsche and go to that same dealership and buy a Porsche from there. Because that would be a full circle moment. I didn't do it yet because I just liked other cars other than the Porsches. I liked the BMWs and the Mercedes and everything else luxury I drove before. But I have made it to the point today, thank God, to where I can afford a Porsche. And I'm not bragging or anything like that. I'm just saying this is the full circle moment. So I might be looking to purchase a Porsche in the near future. Not right now, because I got other things more important on my mind. But when that time comes, the next luxury car I'm going to jump into is probably a Porsche. But that's the full circle moment. And I just want to just encourage anybody out there who ever felt like, they don't have a chance or opportunity. Yes, maybe it wasn't meant for me to work there. Yes, are there people out here that will discriminate against you? Yes, they are. Are there people out here that will make you feel like you have no chance? Yes. But guess what? You never stop. Because even though they didn't hire me, I made it to whereas I'm probably making more money than that same guy who laughed at me. That's the full circle moment. And I'm more than likely can purchase a Porsche at that dealership. So that was just a crazy story, man. And I just look back at it like, wow, like times is crazy. And I just want to inspire anybody who has been through something similar to you know, just keep going, keep pushing, man. Keep pushing, keep fighting, keep knocking on them doors. Nobody can stop you. Yes, they're gonna people that's gonna laugh at you. They're gonna slam the door in your face. You keep knocking at them doors. You never stop. You keep knocking, you keep trying, you keep applying yourself. The only time you lose is when you give up. Only time you lose. All right, so that's my story. Listen, if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe now. It's a pleasure to have anybody, all of you, a part of this journey, and I'm out. Salute.